Hello everybody. It is Joel here, and welcome to the very first ever. You are right here at the Magic Party. So we are live, just so everybody knows we are live, and everything that you're about to see on the show is without a doubt live. And it's just dawned on me, I've got my party shirt on, and I absolutely definitely blend into the background. I probably just look like a floating head at the moment, but there we go. So what is it all about? What is the Magic Party? Well, it is a live show where magicians, creators, and people just get to come on and let their hair down completely. So let's take a little look at what we have coming up. To begin the show, to kick it off, let me get this up. We have special guests, and today our special guests are the one and only David Jonathan, and we have the one and only Lord Harri, also known, or as I know him, Harri Harrington. So that's the guests that we have on today, and they are going to be going head-to-head in a quiz battle with a variety of different rounds. I say variety laughing because there are in fact only two different types of rounds, but they're good fun. And other than that, we have some special guests, and you're going to get to meet them as well. We also have a big prize giveaway. So I'm going to tell you a little bit later on about how you can win the prizes, but I've got them down here, professionally down on the floor to the left of me. You can win a packet of cards. But it gets better than that. You can't just win a packet of playing cards. I'm going to throw in some rubber bands as well, in case you want to be doing a rubber band and card trick simultaneously together and at the same time. But it gets even better than that. Along with the playing cards and the rubber bands, I'm going to be throwing in double cross. So you've got the chance of winning double cross as well. You also get to win one of my booklets, which is Mind's Eye. It's full of lots of different pieces of magic. And then for a little bit of good luck, I am throwing in Astro Psychometry, which is by D. Christopher. So you've got over £150 worth, believe it or not. I don't know how. Well, I do. It's this thing, this amazing book right here that bulks that price right up, because it is a fantastic book full of awesome magic. I've got so many tricks on me right now, I am dropping them on the floor. That's how many there are. So you can win this. I'm going to tell you how you can win these a little bit later on. But before we do, we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to get one of the guests on, and we're going to kickstart the show by introducing the one and only David Jonathan. Hey, David, how are you?
What's going on, man? Glad to be here. The first one. What an honor to be here.
I know. How good's that? And you're in your blue room. Look at that, looking
the
good.
Blue room, the famous blue room.
My question is, for people who don't know, where is the blue room? Is it in your basement?
It's in a top secret location. I'd have to kill you if I tell you, but it's my basement. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. And so, out of interest, is there anything you're working on at the moment? What are you up to? Are you busy?
Yeah, well, hold on. Before we get into that, I have to congratulate you, because your last live stream with Alakazam, this has already gone so much better. So if anyone saw that, it's a little Easter egg for you there. But
oh my life, that was without a doubt.
Knock on wood. Sorry, just had to throw that in.
That was one of my worst live experiences ever. It was amazing. Like the end of it, Wayne and Peter, they just had me in absolute hysterics throughout the full thing. Absolutely brilliant. And like I said,
Joel, you took like a bunch of online courses on tech, and now you're like a tech wizard, because this had to go right. So here we are.
Well, do you know what? We're only 4 minutes into it, and all I've done so far is brought you on. So hopefully it's not going to get
all right. It's all downhill from here. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled festivities. So you're asking about what I've been up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to? What's been happening behind the scenes?
Oh man, it's been it's always something working on. So I actually launched a new product last week that was exclusive to my site, so maybe not everyone's aware of it, but it's called Final Cut Pro. So shameless plug, we'll get that out of the way. All stickers and some really cool effects you can do with that, probably that you haven't seen before. So get the shameless plug out of the way. But aside from that, just been grinding away, working on lots of fun stuff. Can't keep myself away from it. So yeah, man, it's been good.
Good. I've actually seen Final Cut Pro. I've seen your 4 live performances. I love what you've done with the gimmicks. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and it really is. So if people want to check that out, they can head over to your website, which is davidjonathanmagic.com, and they can watch performances of that, right?
Yeah.
But what I want to do, if it's okay with you, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Oh boy.
I've got some questions, as I've said, and these are to put you like directly on the spot. And I know you're pretty cool at handling yourself. So one question that I've got for you is this: what is your favorite release of your own, and why?
Oh, that is an impossible question.
It's a tough one, right? But
Yeah, I mean, no, it sounds like so egotistical when you're like, oh, they're all my babies, but each one does have a different journey. And if you know anything about me or my magic, like I have a very sort of eclectic mix. Like each one sort of brings something new to the table. So I love them all for different reasons. But if I had to pick one, it had to be Snaps. Just an opportunity to work with Dan Harlan as one of my first releases. That was just like, is this a real moment, right? So that whole experience and the reception and awards I got and all that good stuff. Yeah, it has to be that.
yeah, oh, it's honestly, it's amazing. And I'm not just saying it because you're here, but it is absolutely brilliant. But I thought you were going to say Color Sync. I thought you were kind of heading to that for some reason. That's what was in my mind.
You
when I
know
was...
what, man? If you ask me that tomorrow, it might be that answer. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but that Threesome comes to mind too. I was tossing back and forth between that. So
Yeah.
It's
Excellent. And another little question that I've got for you then. Let's bring these up and roll with them pretty
yeah, let's
swiftly.
go for it.
This is a little bit on the spot for you, but what's the most unconventional object you've ever used as a prop in a magic trick?
Unconventional. I don't know if I'm that creative. Like I said,
strange or weird or anything that shouldn't be used as an actual magic prop.
You know what? Not really, because I guess for me, my style is like pretty much organic stuff, like things that you would, find around, and nothing sort of weird or abstract. So yeah, I mean, I guess maybe like the sticker thing. I don't know. There's not too much magic with stickers, so that's kind of a bad answer, but it's the best I got.
No, I'll tell you.
Harry's going to come on and say some wild shit, so he'll give him that question.
I'm going to get you off now, John. Dave, down a little bit now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't curse, by the way. I don't know if that's if we're kosher with that.
That's fine by me, but I don't think it is by YouTube. But who cares? Let's just carry on. And it didn't happen. It might not. Who cares? So the weirdest thing that I've ever actually performed a magic trick with was I'm allowed to say it was a dildo, and I actually did a floating dildo routine, and it was amazing. So I did it in old zombie style. And basically, but what was really cool about it was I added some extra elements, like the floating tie, where the tie pops up from over your shoulder. I don't know if you've seen that, but
of course,
basically this dildo end popped up over my shoulder while I'm holding this cloth, and it just looked really, really funny. But then a friend of mine a few years ago, is called Johnny McCauley. He did the exact same thing, but he did it even better. He had this floating dildo behind this cloth, and the way he did it was just so funny. He made it, like he was holding the cloth to begin like this in front of his groin, and his thing was like popping forwards, and it just looked really, really funny. And his like finale of the finale of the routine. This is so childish, but it was absolutely amazing. Was that it popped up in front of his face and then actually squirted this like white juice all over him, and he's like rubbing it off, and it's just really funny. So that is that was one piece of magic, and you can actually see Johnny's performance of that. You can see mine if you like search the depths of YouTube somewhere. You'll see both performances. But
be careful what you search for, though. You might get some results you don't want to see.
Definitely. So very shortly, you are going to be going head to head in a quiz battle with Lord Harri, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull you off the screen just for now, if that's all right with you, David. And we're going to bring Harri on. We're going to have a quick chat with him and find out what he's up to. So, hey, thank you. We'll see you in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Hey, let's bring Harri straight on. Hey, Harri, how are you? Blimey there.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm not too bad. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm pretty good. You took it. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Shut up!
I thought something was going to happen.
No, I couldn't see underneath that thing,
Hey, mate, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, and I've got to thank you for coming on as well. I know that you've rushed over from one side of the country right to the other to where you are right now to come live on the Magic Party, and
I
that's
did.
true, isn't it? You just finished a job in
Yeah.
Bognor Regis. So,
All right. Yeah.
where have you been? You on a serious note, you've been performing somewhere before you've come on here. Where have you
Correct.
been?
Well, I was in a boxing club. I normally don't take these kind of gigs at all. It was a group of 7 to 13-year-olds, which is not really the thing I do at all. But they wanted some magic, and then they wanted a workshop. So I put together like all this bits, did a whole performance, and then they went for lunch, and I did my bits, and then had to rush straight to the art.
Excellent, excellent. And little question then: did you perform much of your own material at this event?
Yeah, I did. I did the bag thing, which I love.
Yes,
The 4
Dino bag.
yeah, the dino. The
It's
4 card
brilliant.
reveal went, with the calculator, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And Harrio, of
yeah.
course. I
Oh,
think that was it actually today. I've been quite reserved.
brilliant stuff. Well, like we did with David, I'm going to throw some questions at you if that's all
Sure.
right. So I'm going to kind of put you on the spot a little bit. This is a
Yeah.
weird one, right?
Okay.
If you could have dinner with any magician, living or deceased, who would it be and what would you ask them? Doesn't
my
necessarily have to be what would you ask them. I just added that bit in,
goodness.
but why would it be that specific person?
Why would it be that? God, you definitely threw that out there. The immediate, I think I would want to have dinner with Matt King.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first of all, I think the entertainment value of that would be flipping hilarious. And what would I ask him? Do you really eat the goldfish? Probably, maybe just something really stupid because I don't know. But I think just being around him would be quite funny for sure.
Have you ever seen the goldfish is amazing, but have you ever seen
Yeah.
Matt King when he eats a gerbil? A
No,
guinea pig?
no.
It's
Okay,
the best thing ever. Oh my
or
life.
actually, I might actually want dinner with David Williamson and ask if he could show me a 4-card trick and
Oh,
introduce myself as Larry and just be like,
yeah. Yeah, brilliant. So you've got to go and have a look when we come off this for Matt King when he eats the guinea pig. It is phenomenal, and it caught me off guard. But I haven't ruined it for you. It just looks phenomenal. I considered getting a guinea pig. Let's just put it that way.
Perfect. Yeah.
Let's move on to another question for you. This is a bit of a, I don't know if I should ask this one really, because I don't know if this would be a little bit negative, but I don't really mean it in a negative way. But what do you dislike about magic right now? But hang on, wait, Harry, you've got to be honest.
I'm being honest.
I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest.
Do you know that to be honest, I actually don't think there is much that I dislike. You're asking me at a time where I've just come back on an absolute high from being at a convention, and it was great. But if there was one thing that I would dislike, would probably be the jealousy of other people doing well, rather than encouraging each other to successfully, grow and enjoy it. Because there's definitely been a couple of things where some questions or some comments have been done behind my back to other people who are friends of mine, and you're just like, man, there's just no need. There's no need. So.
Definitely. And people who are watching, please type in at the moment, what is it about magic that you dislike at the moment, or anything? Who would you like to have in the magic world? Who would you like to sit down and have a meal with and chat to? I know exactly what you're saying, Harry. Sorry, I was digressing a moment there, but there should be no jealousy in magic or anything like that, and that comes from performers and creators as well. I mean, it is such a small industry in reality that everybody's there for each other, and I think
I'll give you an example of what really and it's just very quick example. If we all remember the snake with, what was that called? Remember the guy snake? He had the produce multiplying boxes.
Are we talking about the magician snake, or is there something with a snake?
No, the magician snake.
Right, sorry. Okay.
And he had the boxes appearing, right? I forgot what it was called, but that that got really like slated, and then Patrick Kunn goes on television and kills with it, and it's just one of those things where like there is, if you don't agree with somebody's work, then keep that to yourself. Have a little moan with your friends about it, but don't broaden it and share, because ultimately in the right hands anything can look amazing, right? For sure.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely, yeah. I think that goes a long way, really. So, thank you very much, Harri, for dropping these answers in. I do appreciate it, my friend. I'm going to pull you out of this, but you're both going to be coming back on very shortly, because you and David are going to be going head to head, and you're going to have a fight. How about that?
No.
Bare knuckle boxing. It's going to get pretty rough. What we're going to do, I'm going to, as I did say, I'm going to pull you out right now. Bing, bing. Oh, I pressed the. That was me. There we are. Thank you, Harri. So what we're going to do in a moment, we're going to bring David and Harri both back on, who I honestly appreciate them taking the time to come on to this, as I'm just waffling absolute drivel. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a little look. We're going to bring them both on, and we're going to do a little bit of live magic. So let's get into it. I'm going to bring everybody back on. Hey, wow, look at that. Oh, Harri, you're looking far too hot for me. I can't handle this. I have to take my hat off. Gee whiz.
I'm just trying to find stuff in here. What have I got?
Oh, my life. I'm going to start having a look around. Should we all just have a look around and see what we've got?
I got nothing.
So one thing I was wondering is, one thing that I really love in magic, and it is like the main thing, like for me, is color changes. I just absolutely love color changes. I can remember the first time I watched a magician wave his hand in front of me over a card and it changed. I mean, that is, for me, is just, it's magic with a packet of cards, right? So my question to use is, what is your favorite color change? And if you can you show it? There's no pressure to show it. I'll say that. We'll start with Harri. What's your favorite color change?
You know, there's too many answers. There's just far too many answers. So I'd probably say one of the ones I use the most is the shake change. Is that what you call it? The pivot change? I don't know. This is what you're up against, David. I don't even know what sleights are called. So you're shaking it. But I love that. But I must say, for this situation, one of the things I love is like an adapted version of a snap change, because it looks great for the camera. Let's see. And it's the here we go. Hold it with 2 fingers, 2 hands. Oh, I don't know. Let's see if we can do this. Well, it's supposed to change color, really. It's live, is it? It's live. Should I do that again? I redeem myself. Here we go. But I just like the that additional thing of the finger here, right? That bit, and it's just.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Quite like that.
Really nice.
Really cool, yeah. What about you, David? What's your favorite color change?
I actually don't have any cards near me here. I feel very unprepared. I don't have my Batman mask. I don't have cards. No, I keep it really simple. I'm not a move monkey, but also the twirl change where you just shake it up there. That's what I do. But a lot of I have a different approach, and I thought I was the only one who sort of thought this way. And then the Jerks. You guys know, like the Jerks blog, Andy? So he recently talked about this, about how doing like visual changes versus doing like top change or something face down where changes in their hands, where having that sort of moment of mystery gets stronger reactions in his like focus studies. And I've always preferred that over like the visual stuff. So it's nice to hear that I was sort of validated there, but I'm still a fan of visual magic. But yeah, I keep it pretty simple.
Yeah. I do always as well, like look at magic that kind of happens under the cover of darkness, if you like, where you've got that other like element of intrigue. It's always a really nice angle with everything. You know, like we can take a coin, we can snap it and make it vanish using whatever device or sleight that we're using. But if you place it in your closed hand and everybody believes it's there, that can now vanish at the moment that you, the magician or the spectator, wants that to actually vanish, because they believe it's in there, but it isn't. So that magic can happen whenever you want that moment to happen.
You just give magic away. Well, like it's in
no,
there,
well, I
but
mean, vanish, you see.
What? I thought that was like.
So yeah, that's one angle that I always absolutely love. Just
Yeah.
yeah,
But as I said, I'm not like a crazy slight guy, so I keep it simple.
Mm.
Twirl change works for me. So in
yeah,
those
yeah,
situations,
definitely. I'll show you a quick color change if you like, and
yeah,
I'll
let's see
teach
it.
you as well. I'll teach how it works because it's something that I came up with. I'm not going to go too much into the actual kind of slights of it, but the actual color change is just as simple as this. So we take the jack, we blow the jack, and it becomes
Oh, that's
the
great.
9. And it's just a really simple little thing. So in a nutshell, I'm not going to name any of the moves or anything like that. We're here. So that's what gets turned over. All right. I then just pull them across as one. Now, when this comes up and it's out of view, this happens,
Very
right?
nice. Yeah.
So that goes up as that carries on, and then your hand, as that adjusts, comes right back down like that. So in one kind of fluid motion, it doesn't look like that. But you
Beautiful.
get the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Cool. It's great.
Just a simple little thing. But my favorite, the one that I've always obsessed over, is without a doubt the Erdnäs change. I just
Oh, yeah.
absolutely love it. It's just, for me, it's my
Yeah.
favorite change. It's that beginning clean and ending clean kind of thing that is just really nice. Yeah, yeah.
I was playing with something ages ago where I wanted a blank card to turn into 2 chosen ones. So it's a whole thing. But I played around with controlling it because I had to have it in 2 places, right? So one on the top, one on the bottom kind of thing. But figured this one out. Let's see if I can get this nice. So it's here, goes in. Ooh, so it's a spread, and then there you've got that one.
That looks good.
The control of that I just loved. But you're ready now to either go back or whatever. But the
Yeah.
figure this. Can I share this? Can I share how this is done? Yeah, of course I can, right?
If you want to, it's entirely up to you.
I thought it. So I'm not a move monkey either, but I do like playing around with stuff. So if you've got that card on the bottom and the other one's on the top, it kind of goes from here, spread, and you pull it down, and it goes into like a reverse turnover palm. But from the front, when it's here, your hand is generally clean, and that's what I liked about it, because your hand can be away from the deck now, right? And then when you're ready, you just come out and you grab it, and
that's great, mate.
Lovely,
that's brilliant. Yeah. So speaking of parties, thank you, Harry. That was awesome. Really good. Really good. Speaking of parties, a few years ago, I was with a friend of mine, Oliver Tabor. He is a brilliant classical style magician, and we just finished an event together, and we came up with this color change, and I'll show you it now. It's called the Stella change, and it's called the Stella change because we were drunk on Stella when we came up with it. So we didn't know what to call it, and we wanted to remember what it was, and it looks like this. So I'll bring the camera down a little bit, but this will give you like an idea of it.
Yeah, man.
I'll show you it again. So I'll give them a little bit next. So there's nothing in your hand. You take the fork.
Okay.
Yeah, really nice.
And it's like an effortless color change, really. So I probably don't really need to explain much other than that.
Yeah.
You get the idea. But yeah, and it was like inspired by Michael Vincent because he does within his actual act, which is phenomenal. If you ever get the chance to watch his card performances, they're absolutely brilliant. But you can see a lot of his stuff online on YouTube, and he's got this change that he's doing so much technical magic that when the audience watch his performance, he does this, what I'm about to show you now, and it floors them. But for us right now, it's just this. It's like that. And which is simplicity in itself. But I mean, when they've watched this magician do so much incredible stuff, that when he does this, that's the moment the audience go, and it's a real kind of gasp. So anyway, I'm waffling rubbish right now. Should we have a look at some of the comments and see what people are saying about this? Let's have a little look.
Yeah,
we've got it looks like PPE says, what, no Batman mask? It looks like your masks are pretty popular. We've got Scott Clark. He's saying hello, and he would probably choose to sit down for a meal. Harry Blackstone Jr. Yeah, great shout.
You could ask him how much his electricity bill is.
This is Sex Solution, which I'm wondering if is possibly just some advert. So everybody,
And then you mentioned your dildo story, and now we got all this stuff flooding in the chat.
everybody click this. And we've got Nurse Magician. Hello from Nottingham.
Hey, I don't know,
Yeah.
Magician.
So, is there a Nottingham in the USA, David?
Not that I'm aware of.
No? All right. So my question is, are you ready to get into the quiz battle?
Oh, God.
I don't know. Let's try it.
All right. Well, this is it. Oh, by the way, the prize. You're probably wondering, what is the prize? What are you going to get? Well, you get to be the Magic Party king for 1 week until the next Magic Party.
Right.
So, you know, you're
Wow.
really battling here. Like, if you've ever seen the Chase, have you seen the Chase in the States? You've got the USA Chase.
I'm familiar with it, but yeah.
Yeah. So we're not, just to be totally clear, if there's any like solicitors or lawyers or anybody like that who's watching this right now, we are not playing for money. All right. You're literally just playing for your own pride. This is like the last battle of lingo where you just play for pride. So let's get these questions up. Who wants to go first? Is it going to be Harry, or are we going to go for David?
So, Rochambeau.
I'll go first. Why not?
Yeah, come on. All right. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll just leave it like this. And David, question number 1. I need but hang on. Just before I do this, I do need some kind of, before I say question number 1, I need a catchphrase. So let's think of a catchphrase before I get started. Question number 1. Right, let's do it. Right, you ready? Question number 1. David, who wrote the book The Truth about Uri Geller? Now listen, you've got options here. You do have the one thing that I should have explained. We have A, B, and C. So who wrote the book The Truth about Uri Geller? Was it A, James Randi, B, Banachek, or was it Kreskin? The amazing Kreskin.
I honestly don't know, so I'm going to guess and say B.
You're going for B, which was a guess. You've gone straight down the middle, and unfortunately, you don't have an answer right there. The answer is James Randi. James Randi. Oh, I'm looking, my friend. James Randi was the guy with the big grey beard.
Yeah, I know Randy, definitely.
Yeah, and he had like he really seemed to dislike Uri Geller. But there we go. Anyway, let's move on. It was James Randi, so unlucky. That brings us to question number 2 for you, David. We're going to throw 5 questions at you. And question number 2, what is the technique called when a magician appears to make an object move without any visible means of propulsion? Is it, oh, hang on, I've got to quickly edit this. Yes. Everybody cut this bit out in your minds, people. Is it A, penetration? Is it B, animation? Or is it C, levitation?
Well, levitation can move, but you said propulsion and stuff, so I'm going to go for an animation.
Yes, excellent. And of course it is. Well done, my friend. It is animation.
Totally redeemed myself. All right.
This brings us to question number 3. Number 3, which magician's catchphrase is to chant his name and beat his chest?
Oh, God.
Is it A, Jay Sankey, B, Bill Malone, or is it C, Mark Mason?
Bill Malone.
Bill Malone. Well done. It is indeed. You've got it right there. It is the one and only Bill Malone. So, moving on swiftly to question numero 4, number 4. Are you ready? Which magician signed a deal with Pepsi in 2013? This is...
I don't know. All right.
Oh, well, you've got a good option here of A, B, and C.
This might have been like one of those UK deals here, looking at their choices. So I'm from the States. This is a trick question, man.
Well, that's it. I wanted to see how dedicated you are to the world of magic and what's happening further afield than the States. So let's bring it back on again, right? Have a think about this logically.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the year. Okay.
Yeah. Which magician signed a deal with Pepsi in 2013? Was it A, Dynamo, B, Troy, or C, Drummond Money Coots?
Again, I'm going to have to guess here. I'm between two of them. I don't know if. All right, I'm gonna guess Troy.
What? David, I'm shocked.
Was that yes?
It's a no. It's
No?
A. It's Dynamo.
All right.
But hey, listen, that's another one that you haven't got right.
Like I said, that Dynamo wasn't as big here in the States at the time.
Oh,
So,
really? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think so. I
But
mean,
has Troy made a bit of a splash in the States then?
no, but I figured you were going for somewhat of a trick question because Dynamo is the most popular. So I don't know.
Sorry. No, do you know what? I'm not that bright as a quizmaster. I've got no.
But it's all
no
good.
intelligence
I didn't
when it
get
comes to-
0, so I'm on the board. That's all that counts.
Exactly. Well, the
Yeah.
good news is you've got one final question left. And
All right.
do you know what? This is another British question, so I didn't really think this one right through. But
The
let's
fix
go
is
for it.
in, man. The fix is in. All right, let's see
Yeah.
it.
So, your final question, David. Question number 5. Which
Okay, this one I
British
know at least.
mentalist- Say that again.
This one I know at least.
Hey, excellent. We'll go through with the full question. Which British mentalist runs Minds Convention every year, which I've been to on several occasions, and it is an awesome convention. So if anybody gets a chance to head to it next year, it is brilliant. I didn't make it this year. Can I tell you quickly why? I got the date wrong. I got it wrong. And then I went onto the Magic Cafe and I was looking at a few bits, just perusing around, and I spotted that somebody mentioned Minds. And that's when the penny dropped. So I rang Michael. I was like, "What's going on? Like, is it now or what?" And he's like,
You know you haven't named the answers yet, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew this one anyway, so it's all good.
Is it A, Darren Brown, B, Matt Chandau, or Michael Murray? Can I just say, so can I hang on a minute? Can I just elaborate a little bit? I called Michael because he goes every single year.
Yeah. Of course.
I wonder why.
So go on, David, over to you, my friend.
That would be the genius himself, C. Michael Murray.
Yes.
And
well
I would
done.
love to attend one year.
Oh, you definitely should, mate. It'd be great to have you here. I'm in the northeast of England as well, so it'd be great, man. I've got a spare bed and a tent in my garden, so you'd be welcome to stop in it.
Perfect.
Okay,
Right, so
well
what did I
done.
get 3 out of 5? Is that
Well done, you did. You've scored a massive 3 out of 5, which is not as good as I thought you were going to do. I'm going to be honest. No, it's.
I wanted to give Harry a fighting chance here, so now he's going to get 3 to tie, 4 to win.
I'm not going to get all the. I'm going to get all the American questions now.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be US based. We swapped it around.
Yeah.
Let's go for it, Harry. Harry, the question is: are you ready?
I am. I'm ready.
Okay. Question number 1 is: who originally conceived the TV magic show The Secret Cabaret in the 90s? Is it A, Jim Steinmeier? Is it B, Simon Drake? Or is it C, Penn and Teller?
One of my friends works with this guy, and if I were to get this wrong, he would absolutely kill me. So this one's B, Simon Drake.
Yeah, hey, well done. It is indeed. It is Simon Drake. Did you know that, David?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 5 out of 5 on his, I promise.
You're not getting a point for that, though.
Have you seen Simon's Cutting in Half? I only watched that the other day. Oh my god!
I haven't. Is it horrific? I've seen
Yeah.
I used to perform his knife through arm. And that was absolutely brilliant. The reactions you'd get for that. It wasn't like this. You don't put a knife through your arm like this. You take a knife and smash it through your arm so it comes right through.
Amazon has just turned up at my doorstep.
Oh, Harry's off to Amazon. So
bring him in. I'm going to come in and steal his points. Let's go. Quick.
Hey. I have got a door here. Maybe I can catch him.
Hey, okay. Harry, are you ready for question?
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, he's at the door. Still at the door.
Okay.
Hey. Have you watched any of the
Yes.
Secret Cabaret?
Power bank.
I haven't actually.
Give me a second.
I've known about it, but I need to catch up on it.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Absolutely brilliant. They're really good. You can actually watch some of the episodes online. So there's a bit of
Oh, great.
memorabilia like surfacing on YouTube there, so you can check them out. And he has a what Harry was referring to there is there is a bar in somewhere down south. I'm not entirely sure. It is the basically the Secret Cabaret bar, so it opens up to VIP guests and corporate events and things like that.
Very cool.
And it's a full event that people can still go along and check out, and it is really, really nice. So whilst Harry's off there, what we can actually do, if you like, is I've got, as I have said already, I've got a special guest. In fact, I'm going to bring them into the show right now. Do you remember early on I mentioned a special guest?
All right.
They're here. Let's bring them in. Yeah, so there we go. This was going to be around, but we're going to get into it right now, just to see how we do. Because you've got your chance to redeem yourself now, David, and gain some extra points. But I've spent a lot of time meticulously crafting. This is our new guest, Harry, who's just joined us again. I'm going to put your microphone back on. As I said, this is our guest. He's just joined us. He's just come on. He's a little bit still at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think he's froze, actually. He's possibly froze. That's fine.
Okay.
But my question, David, there are 3 magicians embedded within this beautiful piece of art that took me about 3 minutes to make. So can you spot the 3 magicians?
All right.
And if you can, who are there?
That has to be David Blaine's eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
I've got a
looks
point
like
back.
the chiseled jaw of one David Copperfield.
Yes.
And
Well done.
that fro has to be Bill Malone.
Yes. Well done.
Redemption.
Yes, boy.
Wait, we have to name this guy. Your creation now.
You get to call him. What should we call him? David Copperblaine?
Sure, why not?
Hey, well done.
And you have to chant his name while beating your chest.
David Copperblaine. You've just redeemed yourself, my friend. You've got a massive 6 points.
Oh, wow. All right.
Well done. So
I
that
was
means
one question and then
that's all right. You were 1 question in. You got it right, and we're going to go back to your second question. Are you ready?
yes.
Question number 2 is, what did you just receive in that discreet packaging from Amazon?
Yeah, I don't actually know. I came back from the gig. Behind the bin was a package. I didn't even read the name. I just opened it up, and it was a power bank. I did not order this. And then the guy down the road received my parcel, and he just rang on the door now, and he's like, "Oh, have you got my parcel? Because this is yours." I was like, yeah." So I had to quickly
Did he hand you over a big rubber fist, and he knew it was yours?
I mean, the box is about this big. I have no clue what's inside it, actually. I have no idea.
All right, let's go. Come on. Question number 2. I've stooped a little bit, but I'm just finding the level that people want, you see. The mob have spoken, it seems. They're going crazy in the chat room now.
No, I actually don't know this.
Question number 2. What was Paul Daniels' real name? I recently put a very short mini video recently on YouTube about Paul Daniels, and I did reveal it in there about a year ago. If you don't know it, you might already know it. And I'm saying I revealed it like I named him.
It was a lie.
Are you ready? Is it A, Newton Edward Daniels? Is it B, Harry James Daniels? Or is it C, Jason Richard Daniels?
I generally don't know this at all. I'm gonna. I think Newton isn't like that time. I don't think people would be called Newton that time. Also, you're probably making a fun of that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go with C.
Jason Richard Daniels.
Yeah, I think so.
And you, my friend, are wrong. Hey.
Was it?
Paul Daniels' real name. Do you know this, David?
Absolutely not.
No. It's only what A or B now. You could take a guess and pretend you do.
It's got to be B.
It's got to be B. I mean,
It isn't. It's A. It's
that's why he changed his name, clearly.
There's me, like, logically going, oh, I can't be Newton. That's not a name that you would name. Like,
So we're moving on to question number 3. And Harry, so far, you've only got one right. You've only got one right. So let's move on pretty swiftly. So question number 3 is, which mentalist is also known for caricatures? Is it A, Max Maven, B, Derren Brown, or is it C, Uri Geller?
B. I'm fairly confident in this one.
You jump straight in there with your confidence. And it's not. It's actually Matt. I'm joking. It is. You know it is. Derren Brown. Well done.
You got me on that one. But I didn't believe you for a second.
You've got 2 right. We're going to swiftly move on to question number 4. On occasions, Wayne Dobson performed with a rabbit, but what was its name?
Yeah.
What was Wayne Dobson's little rabbit called? Was it A, Ringo Rabbit? Was it B, Fluffles? Or was it C, Ruffles the Rabbit?
A's kind of ringing in my head.
Hey, was that pun intended?
Yeah.
Claim it.
A's, yeah, I can't see Wayne Dobson calling it Fluffles. I can't remember it being called Ruffles. I think it's A.
Are you going for A?
Is that wrong?
Oh, Harry, you're right. Well done.
Yay!
It was Ringo Rabbit. Well done.
Oh my
friend.
goodness.
You were slowly but surely creeping up to David, and you now have 3 questions correct. But don't worry, because the next question is an American question that I've intentionally kept for you. So, Harry, your 5th and final question is, which decade were Penn and Teller formed?
Oh, okay.
Was it A, the 70s? Was it B, the 80s? Or was it C, the 90s? So the question, I got the question. So you've got a little bit of time rather than just jumping in. Which, if I can click it, there we go. Which decade were Penn and Teller formed? Did Penn and Teller form in A, the 70s, B, the 80s, or C, the 90s?
Well, I think if I did some quick maths and roughly know how old Teller is, I'm going to say 70s A.
Oh, well done. You got it.
Excellent.
It was indeed, my friend. It was the 70s.
Yeah.
Well done. So you've only got, if you get 2 more questions right, you and David are neck and neck. So now you need to get all 3 of your secret hidden. Well, should we bring the next guest on? We're going to bring our next guest on right now.
The star-studded affair.
Let's just get him on. Let's go for it. Harry, here you will see there are 3 hidden characters. So I'm going to get rid of this right here. I'm pretty sure you're going to do it. You're coming a little bit closer to the screen. There are 3 characters. We're going to start with the over. Well, it's entirely up to you. Take some time to figure it out. See who's who.
Paul Daniels is one of them.
Well done. Paul Daniels is one of them. You've got to get one more right. Look into them eyes. Look close, my friend.
I feel like, am I supposed to know this?
Oh, well, I'm not going to give you any clues.
Are those eyes Dynamo's eyes?
Is that your answer?
Yeah, they're Dynamo's eyes, yeah.
Well done. It is. It's so that means you and David are now neck and neck. The next thing.
Who the hair, though?
The funny thing. Yeah, the hair. But listen to this. I sent this over to a few magicians. I sent it to Steve Teller, and he said, I can see 2.
Yeah.
I think he thought that was Paul Daniels' toupee.
Who's the hair?
So who's the hairdo? Who is the do?
I'm not even sure about that one.
Come on, look close.
Would you look close?
Well, let me elaborate a little bit. The reason why I've chose this is because I thought he had quite an iconic bit of an iconic. He does have an idea. You'll see what I mean in a moment when I reveal who it is. But you are neck and neck, and this answer boils down to you being the king of the Magic Party quiz.
How's that going to pan out?
No pressure.
I actually don't know it. But if I were to take a guess, I want to say Valentino. You know, the masked magician guy.
Oh,
yeah, because I know he had really big, thick black hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, well, Ben Levy is saying Johnny Thompson, and I can see exactly why, but it's not. Danny Rag is saying it's my hair. It's not. Woods Magic is saying Lance Burton, and I can see that. Do you remember, like, he did like a crazy thing with his hair?
Yeah.
But it isn't Lance Burton. Now I'm going to pass this over to David, who has a chance to steal, because we are neck and neck.
Are we tied right now? Is that
one again?
You,
David,
you've got.
Wait, hold on. Let me do my facial recognition. I'm kidding. Oh my god. I genuinely don't know. I'm trying to think.
So, should I tell you who it is? Should I put everybody out of the misery?
I mean, I should guess.
Go on, take a guess.
I mean, it's not Max. Is it? No, it's not Max.
No. Max has the most distinctive hair ever.
He's got a ponytail. you could. No, the other one's too curly.
Hang on a minute, Harry. David, was that your guess?
Did I say anything?
I think you did.
What did I say?
Did you say, is it Max?
No. Max Maven? Because that's definitely not his hair.
Manipulated.
No, I guess it's a Max if that.
Are you giving up? Should I tell you who it is?
I have no idea.
It's Penn Jillette.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wow.
You can't see it quite so close, but it is indeed. It is Penn Jillette, which means you two have basically drawn head to head. So that means we're going into a bonus round.
Do you even prepare for the bonus?
I haven't prepared for the bonus, but I'm going to try and make something up. So,
all right.
You've got exactly, and this is a weird one because I don't really know what to do. But you've got, let's go for exactly 1 minute, both of you, to go and find me the most unusual magic related prop that you've got nearby, wherever it is. Are you ready? Your time starts now.
I have nothing here.
You've got look in the cupboard by your bedside. So we've got exactly 1 minute. I don't know who's going to come back with the most unusual prop. I'm going to decide which one is the weirdest, the strangest. If people are still watching and you want to comment, get your comments in, because I'm going to hopefully go off your answers as well, so we can decide who has brought back the strangest weird prop. Harry and David, you've got about let's go for about another 30 seconds left. Harry is back already. I'm pretty sure he's already got some strange stuff going on. It seems like David has completely left the chat.
Like, stop this.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's cut off, but that's absolutely fine. So, should we have? Have you got yours?
Yeah,
there, Harry.
Yeah.
Right then, give me 1 moment. We're going to go onto a double screen. Let's double tag this. David is back in the room, so let's get him back on. There we go. Right, welcome back, David. I don't know where you went, but you come back. Sorry, that was a weird one, wasn't it? I wasn't really prepared for it, so I just went for it. Okay, Harry, let's see what you've got. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Okay, cool. That's an unusual thing that definitely wasn't expecting. Let's have a little look at David. Let's see what you've got.
Can I get a drum roll, please? I have to bring my camera out for this prop. It's so big. Ready?
I'm ready.
And I do linking rings with it once I'm on it.
Oh man. This is still too tough. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I definitely wasn't expecting that. But I tell you what, if it's toilet humor you like, I've got piles.
Oh God.
Hey, okay. Oh, right. If people want to put in the comments, let me know which was the. Well, I think it goes without saying. No, it doesn't go without saying because I wasn't expecting a unicorn to come down with a couple of legs, or David to come down with what looks like a toddler's toilet adapter or a hat. I'm gonna have to go with Harri.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, only because I did say magic related, David. So I'm sorry, my friend.
I was trying to literally break it in half for my keyring. I was like, God damn it, where are my scissors?
Oh God. Yeah.
Hey, brilliant stuff. But David, unfortunately, you are not the king of the Magic Party quiz. Tell me how that feels.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go into a deep depression after this, but it's okay. I live. The crown's in good hands for a week. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
He is a lord after all, so it's very fitting.
Yeah, he does.
He's got the crown on his hat.
Yeah.
That's it. I already shipped it.
Told you the fix was in.
I'd shipped it last week, so
Yeah.
Harri, congratulations, my friend. You are the king of the Magic Party quiz.
I was actually expecting to be completely ridiculed and shut down because you're going to be like, which slight was found in this book? And I thought David Jonathan's a genius. He's absolutely going to just smash it. And I'm going to be like, no idea. No clue.
The UK Magic quiz.
What is
I'll take second place.
Well, there are only two people as well, so
yeah.
Did you technically come last or did you come second? I don't know.
I get a participation trophy. It's fine.
Exactly. But one thing that I haven't actually done yet is told people how they can win the big prize giveaway. Right, I've ran competitions on YouTube in the past, and unfortunately, when I've done them, there was one that it went on for such a long time. I managed to announce the winner, and eventually what happened was somebody who was a scammer on YouTube got in touch with me. They set up a YouTube account pretending they were that person just to win the prize, right? Oh. So what you've got to do is sign up to northernmiracles.com's newsletter. That way I can actually see your email address, but you've got to comment on here why the Magic Party is the best party in town. So really, drop a comment, let us know, and go and sign up to the Northern Miracles studio. You can also, while you're here, head over to David Jonathan's website, which is coming up right now. It's davidjonathanmagic.com. You can sign up to his newsletter as well, get all of his news and all of his updates. Harri, he has a website as well, which is lordharrymagic.co.uk. You can get in touch with Harri directly, and he keeps you in touch and updated with what he's got going on. He lets you know where you can pick up his releases, and everything from both of these gents right here are well and truly worth picking up. And thank you very much to both of you for giving up your time and coming on and having a little bit of fun. So thank you very much. Congratulations to Harri. You are indeed the winner. And yeah. Hey, Harri, is there anything you want to say before we go?
It's been a long life achievement. I'm glad that I've made it, and I'm able to make my family proud and the Magic community proud to win this prize.
You're making me emotional, man. David, is there anything you want to say?
Troy, you let me down, man. Pepsi was knocking at your door in 2013. You turned them down. They went to Dynamo, and you cost me the victory here. So you're on my shit list now. I'm sorry.
Troy let you down, man. I do apologize. I'll have a chat with him next year at Blackpool.
Appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, David. Thank you, Harri.
No way.
Thank you. This was fun. Thanks for having us on.
Hey, thank you very much. See you soon.
Bye. We're finished.
Oh, well, I'm going to pull you off it now, and I'm going to talk for a little bit longer, just saying bye. So you get finish with a bit of a professional tweet, really. Right, Harri. Shut up now. Shut up. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Sorry, you were still talking. I cut you off.
No, I said thank you.
Sorry, I did it again. What were you saying? Did you say something? Hey, oh wow. Thank you very much to everybody who has come along to the very first Magic Party. We really hope you enjoyed it. We've got some comments that have just come in. The Magic Party is a place to let your hair down. The guests get to, get that off quickly. I'm only playing. Guests get to go tell them what sex toys they're using their axe and then have them running around the house for a minute. Hey, Scott Clark, the Magic Party is the greatest house party where you will see a dancing unicorn, almost see two children's toilet training seats combined. You do indeed. I bet not many people have seen that live on YouTube today at least. So there we go. Hey, thank you everybody. I really hope you all enjoyed the very first Magic Party, and I'm more than happy to do another one of these. So drop your comments, make sure you hit like, tell everybody if you've enjoyed it. They can come back, they can watch it from this link. And I'm hoping that next week there's going to be another. But before we do go off and we do sign off, there is one thing that I want you guys to take a quick look at. This is absolutely brilliant. I want to share a little video with you all. This is from a friend of mine, Ben Levy. He is going to share some incredible wisdom. So before I sign off, let's take a little look at this.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ben Levy. I'm a professional mind reader magician. I'm also a psychologist specialising in human performance. And having known Joel for a while, we got chatting and he thought it would be fun if I contributed a short segment, as often as we can, about magic routines and the psychology behind them. And we thought it would be really fun to help you on your magic journey, continuing to improve the impact of your magic by thinking about the psychology behind routines that we may well know or ones that we're going to learn, props perhaps as well, and thinking about what makes them actually strong, or indeed what would make them stronger. Thinking about it from a psychological perspective and from the audience's perspective. So hopefully I can give you a couple of insights every so often, and that will help you think about your routines and making your magic as strong as it can possibly be. We'll start this week with the Ambitious card, a staple of all of our acts, I'm sure. I use it a lot. But how do we make the Ambitious card as strong as it can be? Because ultimately, it's kind of repetitive, right? We've got the same effect repeating again and again. Now, there's this idea in psychology called habituation, which is basically no matter how surprising and exciting something is the first time, after several times of seeing the same thing, you habituate. You start to get used to it and it's no longer that interesting. Even when the thing that you've just seen is apparently impossible. Imagine if every morning there was a cat floating in your garden. The first time you saw it, you'll be amazed. By week 7, you'll be like, oh, that's just the cat floating in the garden, even though it's still just as impossible as the first time. So how do you make the Ambitious card routine really strong? How do you make it feel magical? Well, the important thing with the Ambitious card is to think about progression. Step by step, making something feel more and more impossible and more interesting. And to do that with the Ambitious card, usually, and I think the best way, is progression of conditions. So in other words, you make the conditions more and more unlikely for you to still be able to make that top card be their chosen card, make their card somehow jump to the top. So practical examples of that, we usually start at the beginning with the usual, perhaps we'll do a turnover pass from the middle of the deck. That's the way I start. Or you might use, another technique to bring the card to the top where it seems to actually still be in the center. And you show the top card and people go, wow. Now at that point in time, they're amazed, but they haven't yet got the challenge mentality. They haven't yet habituated. So you could still do one more similar phase. By 3 or 4, you want to start making it a bit more impossible. You want to start limiting the conditions by which could possibly happen. So examples of that could be you push it in slowly into the middle of the pack so they can see it going into the center. Perhaps another phase is you push it in and you turn it round and give them a little glimpse of apparently their card going into the center. There's ways of doing that, of course. Another condition on top of that might be that they push it in, which makes it feel like, well, he didn't even touch it. Perhaps the card is signed. That adds obviously a condition. And think about maybe getting it signed later in the routine because that adds a condition. Most magicians and performers don't think about that. but that could be an interesting approach. And at the very end, you might do something even more surprising and impossible than anything that's happened before. Perhaps it really does float above the deck. There are ways of doing that too. So just think about progression of making it more and more impossible as each phase goes along, so people do not habituate and they feel the drama, they feel interested, and they feel as though something incredible is unfolding in front of their eyes. Hope that helps, and I'll see you again soon for another little dose of The Doctor is in the House of Magic. Keep well, Dr. Ben Levy here. Speak soon.
So there we go. That is the word of the week, which is habituation. And it's absolutely brilliant. And I think what Dr. Ben, has added there is something that's really important. So we can look at the structure of, let's take a routine such as the ambitious card routine. And the one thing that I really like, the point there, is about making it and layering it so it gradually gets more and more impossible, or at least remains interesting. So the habituation side not only relates to your card routine, but it also relates to you as a performer. Don't let your audience become too settled and relaxed with what it is that you're doing. Always keep them on a journey. That is Dr. Ben Levy from WeWillMakeItHappen.com. If anybody has anything that they want to make happen, Ben will absolutely make it happen. That is what he does for a living. He is somebody who's going to put you in the right mindset to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So there we go. Habituation. Make sure you check it out. And there we go. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and I hope you have all enjoyed the Magic Party. Take care all, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Bye.